Hey guys, really quick before this video starts, I just want to say I messed up the audio again. I'll talk about it a little bit in the video itself, but I'm still trying to figure out how to secure my mic. For the first little bit, it is clanking around and making some noise. Deal with it. I don't know what to tell you. I swear to God, if I see a single comment about how weird my outfit is, I'm gonna agree with them. Minion or the Bob for today. What's up, sports fans? Call me a lizard, cause I'm in shed. I'm in my shed so I don't bother anybody. This is my second time recording this because I got the audio wrong. I feel like a corpse. I'm not having a great time right now. It is hot as balls in here. Recently I've been thinking about the direction that I want to take this channel in, and I've decided something I want to try, at least, is telling little short stories. I love talking. I love yapping. I love all that. I'm really tired, if you can tell. It's like 8 p.m. I was recently watching— by the way, can we talk about how Majira Strawberry and I low-key like returned to YouTube on like the same day? I think I recorded that video before he did though, so take that. I was actually rewatching Majira's videos recently because I really like them, and I noticed one of my favorites was Angry Furry on a Plane, which honestly had nothing to do with furries at all. It was just a fun little story, and so I'm gonna tell a fun little short story. I might even cut it down extra short because I don't want to film this again. About how I was one time in Cats the Musical. I would consider myself— I would kind of classify myself as a bit of a pseudo-theater kid because I do theater. I've been in a couple shows. I'm not a kid, by the way. During 2025, I think I did— I want to say 5 shows. Might be 4, depending on how you count. I do shows a lot. I am in no way a professional. Do not come to me for advice. I just want to set the stakes here because, you know, saying I was one of the leads in Cats the Musical sounds really, really impressive, but believe me, it is not. I'm gonna fix this angle a little bit. Got that wabi-sabi. This is very, very, very tiny theater. It's not like a big Broadway theater or anything. I've been doing shows at this theater since I was 11, so I'm kind of a nepo baby there. I've been there for a while. During my time there, COVID hit, and the theater had to relocate and rebuild itself in the husk of an old grocery store, and now it only seats 90 people. Somebody out there? Hello? Hello? Stakes are low. The budget is even lower. So it's a super chill scene. Everybody knows everybody, and a lot of my friends are actually from that theater. In the friend group, if one of us is interested in doing a show, probably most of the rest of us are also going to be doing that show, just hang out with each other. It's fun to do shows. I'm really interested in the community aspect of theater more than the I want to build a career out of this. About, I want to say, a year ago, give or take, I was in a show, and a bunch of my friends were also in this show. This was the show for the spring season. Did my mic just fall? Oh, it totally did. Dude, what is happening today? Why is literally nothing going right? I was spray painting something and I held the can the wrong direction. I and a lot of my friends we were approached by several of the directors, and they were like, hey, are you interested in doing the summer show? And I was like, maybe. Well, what is the show again? And they were like, well, it's Cats the Musical. Gonna be honest, piqued my interest a little bit. I bet you can't imagine why. I was like, yeah, I mean, I'll audition for it. And, you know, I also asked some of my friends. I had one of them over at my house, and at the time, by the way, I was a very closeted furry, as in literally I had my fursuit in my closet for several years because I had nothing to do with it. I had a friend over at my house. We were just chatting, and I was like, hey, you thinking about doing Cats? And they were like, no, that weird furry musical? I'm not doing Cats, bro. That's so cringe. Little did they know, they were standing right in front of my closet, and if they opened that door, they would have been greeted by all this. Turns out, the theater was going around asking people because nobody wanted to do Cats the Musical. Because everybody was like, oh, it's just a dumb furry thing, right? In fact, there was so little interest that they had to like put out an official announcement and be like, hey guys, by the way, the costume designs, we're not gonna make you dress up in like furry animal costumes or anything. We're gonna make you wear normal human clothes, which did get people to audition. However, can I be so honest, that's a little bit lame. Because like I understand that there are other people out there that take theater a lot more seriously than I do, obviously, but Come on, bro, you're already on stage dancing and singing and yelling at strangers, pretty much. Have a little humility, bro. But it got enough people interested in the show. Who am I to say? And also, I did get some of my friends to audition and do the show with me, which was really awesome. And actually, fun fact, I was called back for this guy, Munkastrap. Remember when I said I'm like a pseudo theater kid? Literally name any show, and I have probably not seen it, unless it's one of the ones that I'm in, or it's SpongeBob the Musical, which I saw live on Broadway, original cast. That's right, I was in the same room as Ethan Slater. Fun fact, I will never not take an opportunity to mention that. Anyway, I was called back from Munkastrap and I was like, I have no idea who this guy is, so I looked it up, and that's kind of crazy, right? I did not get Munkastrap, but I did get cast as one of the lead named characters with a song. If you're familiar with the characters and you want to guess who I was cast as, don't cheat, put it in the comments right now. I was cast as Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat. And look, I'm the kind of guy to accept every role that I'm offered. Because, first of all, between you and me, it just looks good. Second of all, of course, I enjoy doing theater, but I'm really just there to make friends and to have fun. Third of all, I'm willing to take on any challenge that is thrown at me. However, as somebody who had, at the time, never seen the actual show and had only seen, like, clips of the movie, all that I was aware of in terms of Skimbleshanks is that it had something to do with a train, and he tap dances. Fun fact about me, I cannot dance for the life of me. I genuinely cannot. Dude, you push me into a dance circle, this is the move that I'm hitting. I'm doing this until somebody kicks me out of the dance circle, because you called this upon yourself. Or maybe I'll hit them with a... And luckily, our production of Cats was less focused on dance. It was more focused on physical comedy. That got me out of breath. It's really hot in here, guys. That just so happens to be my strong suit, so I was in good position. Thankfully, I did not have to tap. I do not know what I would do if I had to, because I did accept the role. Remember those friends that were not sure if they wanted to do it at all? It wound up being probably the most fun any of us had ever had in the history of ever. There's a couple things that I love about theater. First of all, it's just the ridiculousness of it. It's kind of hard to take yourself really seriously when you're like I said, on stage wearing costumes and hitting a move and singing. It's just fun. To me, at least. That's how I take it. And Cats is a very unserious show. Really, a lot of people are like, what is Cats about? What is the story? What is the plot? You're not really supposed... You can theorize all you want, but as a consumer, you're not supposed to think about the story too much. You're pretty much the naming of Cats, in my eyes, is the writers going, you're not gonna understand this, just sit back and have fun. And I really love that. Second of all, I feel like such a corporate salesperson saying like, the synergy is crazy in here, bro. But genuinely, the energy that is reciprocated from cast member to cast member on stage and also from the cast to the audience back, it's crazy. If you've never done theater, if you've never stepped on stage, you don't understand what I'm talking about. Like, if something happens backstage and the energy kind of is off with the cast, you feel it through the performance. If there's a matinee crowds, by the way, they suck. They always suck. I'm sorry to matinee crowds, but you're so boring. Why are you just sitting there watching like... You can at least smile, bro. But if the energy for some reason just isn't hitting right, you feel it. But let me tell you, when the energy hits right, it's electric. I don't know how to describe it. Coincidentally, the one song that encapsulated this the best, Skimbleshanks. Because, I mean, first of all, the directors probably made a bit of a mistake telling us that we were allowed to look directly into the audience, because boy did I take that direction to heart. I really treated it like, okay, this is story time. I'm gonna look right at them. I'm looking up. And I'm going to tell them this story. I'm kind of standing like, Coca-Cola, hello. I'm a mediocre singer. I'm a pretty good actor. And I'm a terrible dancer. But the one thing that I can do really well is I can have really good stage presence when I want to. And, you know, not to toot my own horn, because I'm going to get into this in a moment, but it was the whole cast that pulled the song together. But I can be engaging when I want to. Because first, You know, Act 2 opens with moments of happiness. Very slow song, very somber. Then there's Gus the Theater Cat, which is nostalgic, but also very, very sleepy. Peaks on the pollicles, brings up the energy a little bit, but maybe not quite enough. Bam! Skimbleshanks? Skimbleshanks is on. Everybody's awake. Everybody is on their feet. Everybody is moving. It's a crazy, fast-paced song. You gotta be engaged because it's in, like, what is it, 15/8? It's in a crazy time signature. You gotta be locked in. You gotta be focused. When I tell you, sometimes the cast, if we were having a day where we were just kind of like a little bit sleepy and we needed to get our energy up, like during rehearsals, during a long tech day, we would just do Skimbleshanks and everybody was in a great mood. It's impossible to not be in a good mood while you're doing that song. And the audience loved it. But I gotta tell you about their favorite moment, and the moment that really blew me away. So the song is pretty much, you know, the ensemble is doing little visual gags. I come up and I sing my little bit. I'm not even really singing for most of the song. It's usually the ensemble. Everybody's just having a great time telling the story, and slowly it gets more and more absurd. I'm kind of strutting around doing my little skimble walk, and then I go off stage and I come back on and I'm being wheeled on, like on a little cart. As I'm being literally wheeled around stage, people are handing out random things. Hula hoop, planks of wood, picture frames, umbrellas, random stuff. One guy has a dog cone on his head, and at this point the audiences are like, what is going on? But then there's a little drum fill. The ensemble comes around, sort of surrounds the little cart that I'm on. Slowly, there's a broom here, I didn't even see that. Slowly they bring up their props. All the props, the umbrellas open up into wheels. The picture frame comes around to kind of become like a window in the train. The guy with the cone on his head is the smokestack. Bam! I'm sitting on a train now. And I am so grateful that they let me look in the audience, because I'm telling you, in the front row, I've seen older people with childlike wonder on their face. The biggest smiles I've ever seen in an audience ever. People cheer and clap. And that energy, I'm telling you, guys, that energy reciprocate. Everybody would feel it, and it was so potent that I was actually brought to tears on several occasions. That is kind of the essence of theater. It's, you know, it's about telling a story, first and foremost. But to me, at least, it's about having fun, making friends, and doing something collaboratively together. And in a way, it's sort of what attracts me to the furry fandom. It's doing something ridiculous, like doing Cats the musical, especially dressed up in normal human clothes, might I add. I think that makes it even weirder, honestly, because there were points where we were crawling around on stage in, like, suits. It's doing something silly, doing it with your friends, just making people smile, and coming together and making something as, like, kind of a community, right? That's what I love about theater, and that's what I love about this. That's pretty much the bulk of my story. I have a bunch of little tiny, like, snippets that I didn't get into, a bunch of really fun stories that I would love to tell, but about this show, about other shows, and about things not even related to theater or furries or anything. Just kind of fun stories. And I'm sorry if I'm a little lethargic right now. I just came back from a little vacation, and also, as I mentioned, I had to record this for a second time. I'm a little bit at my wit's end. But I'm out of things to say. Let me know if you would like more content kind of like this, except I would probably be a little bit less sleepy. My nose is running a lot, and I'm hot. And I don't know how to end this. Bye!